all you Super 8 and ET fans, get ready for a great show. Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's a review for the new Netflix original TV show, Stranger Things. Yes, Stranger Things is created by the Duffer brothers, and it stars David Harbour, Winona Ryder, and a bunch of actors that I don't know. And the story of this movie takes place in the 1980s, and basically a bunch of these kids, these nerdy kids, just like you see in like Super 8 and stuff, basically one day after a night of playing Dungeons and Dragons, the kids all go home, and one of the kids named Will runs into something strange and unexpected, and eventually he disappears. And basically no one knows where this kid is, and basically by the time sheriff goes out looking for him, the mother, played by Winona Ryder, thinks she's seeing him in different places, and of course his younger friends run into a girl in the woods named 11, and she has these weird telekinetic powers and stuff, and she thinks she's connected to another world, and they think she's the one that can find their friend Will. So basically it's a bunch of stories all trying to find this kid, and it all leads up together. There's the sheriff looking for the kid, and he finds this government facility. He doesn't know what they're doing. They're experimenting with people and stuff. And they found this portal to another dimension and stuff. Then there's Winona Ryder trying to communicate with her son through like lights around her house, and everyone thinks she's crazy and everything. And then of course there's the little kids, the three little kids who run into the girl 11, and they're trying to hide her from her parents, and then also try to find their friend Will. And basically all of them link together. There's also a side story with the main kid's sister. Her friend Barb goes missing, and she teams up with Will's older brother. Yes, you know, the kid that's missing. She teams up with him so they can look together and find her friend and find her brother. Basically all these characters team up, and they all try to get the character 11 to find Will and Barb and go into this other weird dimension and stop whatever's happening and stuff. Yes, this is a straight up sci-fi adventure drama TV show, and like I said, if you're a Super 8 or ET fan, this show is definitely for you. This show just screams ET and Super 8, and honestly, this show was freaking amazing. I loved every minute of this show, every episode of this 8-episode series. This show, Stranger Things, is absolutely fantastic. Everything about this show just works for me. I loved the writing. The writing for this show was just excellent. So freaking good. And I loved these characters. They're all portrayed by amazing kid actors, just like in Super 8 and E.T. And then yes, I'm going to say Super 8 and E.T. a lot because this show is exactly like Super 8 and E.T. And if you love Super 8 and you love E.T., then you're going to adore this show. And this show should be loved because it's fantastic. It's got great direction. It's got great writing. The Duffer brothers, who created the show, they did an amazing job with the premise, the story, the characters. Everything was fantastic. They wrote and directed a lot of great episodes. Also, director Sean Levy directed a few episodes. You know, the guy who did movies like This Is Where I Leave You and Real Steel. He directed a few episodes, and he did a good job too. And I just loved how this show was paced and directed and executed. It was fantastic. And again, these kid actors are great kid actors. I feel like they're real kids in the 1980s looking for their friend, and they're very enjoyable, very likable characters, and I freaking loved them. They're such great characters. Some of them are sort of stereotypes. You got like the fat one, the tough black kid, the nerdy lead kid and stuff, the kid that's missing. They're sort of stereotypes, but they're still great actors, these kid actors. And I love the character 11, the girl with these powers, and she has this bald head and stuff. She is such a compelling character, and you feel so sympathetic towards her character. The shit she's been through, my god. And she's also incredibly badass. She flips cars with her mind. She makes kids piss their pants. That's awesome. She was a very interesting character, and I'm curious to see what they do with her next season. I loved her character. She was great. And the show stealer in the show was, of course, Winona Ryder, who plays Will's mother. She's looking for her son, and Winona Ryder, I knew she's a good actress, but she's absolutely fantastic in this show. She is so freaking good. How she plays this obsessed mother who is so determined to get her son back. She comes off crazy to a lot of people, but she's telling the truth and stuff, and Winona Ryder portrays the character so well. She is fantastic in this show. She is so good. She gives an amazing performance. And I also loved David Harbour, who plays the sheriff. I loved his character too. I loved seeing him investigate this corporation, this government facility. He knows there's a conspiracy going on, and he doesn't know who to believe and who to trust. He was an interesting character too. I really loved him, and I thought David Harbour did an amazing job. This show is absolutely great. It's so good. It portrays its characters very realistically, and it feels like the 80s, because the show takes place in the 80s, and it feels like this show is an 80s show. The way that the tone is, the style, the production, the costumes, even the whole feel of the show feels like a 1980s movie or something. Even the opening credits feels like it's something out of Tron and stuff, and I freaking loved it. I loved these characters, I loved these actors, and I loved the all-around premise and the writing for the show. This show, Stranger Things, is hands down an amazing show. If you're a huge sci-fi fan and you love E.T. and like Super 8, this show is definitely for you. I freaking loved it. I don't want to go into spoilers because this show just came out, but all I gotta say is check it out. It's absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend it. One of the best shows of the year so far. It's so good. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the TV show Stranger Things a 10 out of 10. Yes, I'm going full 10 out of 10 because I freaking loved it. I can't wait to watch it again, and I'm angry that it's over because I gotta wait a whole year for season 2, and that's just so long. So long. So yeah, that was my review for the TV show Stranger Things. So in the comment section below, please tell me who's your favorite character in the show. If you don't want to answer tonight, what is your favorite episode of the show? My favorite episode is the Upside Down episode, but my favorite character actually is 11. She's a very complex character, she's a very interesting character, and she's also badass. She moves cars with her minds. But yeah, what is your favorite episode, favorite character of the show? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.